Welcome to the Cash Flow Guys podcast.
That's right, boys and girls. You know what time it is, and you know where you are. This is Tyler Sheff, and I am the host of the Cash Flow Guys podcast. And this week, guys, I'm going to teach you about a scam that's going around again. I can't believe that it's still out there. Well, it's back again, but this happened a lot. It's a lending scam that I want to bring you guys up to speed on. Those of you out there doing deals, got to be careful with this one because it'll jump up and bite you in the keister. I got an email from a person, a scam artist, right? And it went under the name of Mark Grath Finance. So I glanced at it, and immediately my too good to be true bone kind of just went, yeah, right. Let me read this thing to you. And I was just cleaning up my inbox. I thought, you know what? I better knock this out for a quick episode for you guys so you guys don't get caught up in this, because the way it words, if you're busy, you're distracted, you get a lot of things going on. Maybe you get a deal under contract, you're trying to raise money, or you're trying to figure out how to fund the deal. You might get sucked into this. So let's make sure that doesn't happen. It says, hello, I hope this finds you well. I'm a private lender financing 100% of purchase and 100% of rehab cost. Okay, guys, right there, first sentence, huge red flag, because you have no skin in the game. And I get this, and I don't go out soliciting lenders. I already have a banking relationship. So this is an unsolicited email. The guy has a Gmail address. It's markgrathfinance@gmail.com. And right on line one, he's like waving the scam flag. Actually, he's running naked down the 50-yard line, waving the scam flag back and forth. That's how obvious this thing is. But it may catch you off guard if you're not paying attention. He goes on to say the rate is 4% fix. Rate is 4% fix with 30-year amortization for commercial, residential, multifamily, 1 to 4 units, and non-owner occupied. Well, it's fixed, Fixed. So that tells me that probably English is not the first language. Could it be a typo? Probably. It could be. But more than likely, the sender is not in this country. And what you'll find a lot of times, guys, is a lot of these scams are perpetuated by people in other countries. And that's because it's too expensive and too cumbersome for U.S. authorities to prosecute what they consider minor offenses. And I'll be honest with you guys, if they take you for a couple $1,000s, good luck calling the FBI. They're busy chasing down Hunter's laptop and Biden's whatever, and whatever Trump said or Whoopi Goldberg said, or God knows who said what. So at the end of the day, the local authorities, federal authorities, they're not going to really help you out here. So if you get stuck by this little scam, well, that's money gone, right? Best thing you can do is maybe you can get the charge if they let you use a credit card. I'm not sure if they do or not, but if they use the credit card, maybe you could decline the charge or something like that. But more than likely, they're going to use some sort of payment service like Western Union or things like that, Cash App and stuff like that, WhatsApp. They'll do all these kind of offbeat type payment systems that might not have recourse built into them. So if you get sucked into this thing, anytime you're getting ready to send somebody money, first of all, you should be very wary of how you send it. Figure out a way that you can hopefully get it back. A wire is forever, right? They say a diamond ring is forever. No, a wire transfer is forever, which means you send a wire transfer, good luck. And unless they get you for a whole bunch of money, again, the authorities aren't going to bother you. But so the next line right there, 4% fix, is to me, that's automatically a red flag. And he says 30-year amortization for commercial, residential, multifamily, 1 to 4 units, and non-owner occupied, which basically means, I think he left out storage. He left out offices, but basically, I'll finance anything. Trust me, I'm with the government. I'm here to help. But I'm kidding, of course. No minimum credit check. That doesn't even make sense to me. No minimum credit check. Probably what he meant to say is no minimum credit score, and fast closing in 4 days. I would like to know if you currently have a deal that requires funding at the moment. Email me back and let's proceed. And it's signed Mark Grath, private lender. So down in his signature, it says his email is listed twice, markgrathfinance@gmail.com, Mark Grath, private lender @gmail.com. There's no mention of any website to go search. So there's zero credibility in his email. I mean, absolutely nothing. But unfortunately, if you're nervous about getting a deal together, trying to get to the closing table, maybe your lender screwed you, your mortgage broker goofed up, or maybe you just went out and bought a damn big screen before closing, which, by the way, is one of the dumbest things you could do. Stop buying crap. Stay off Amazon when you're under contract. But anyway, if you go get yourself into a little bit of credit card debt or revolving debt or something like that, you could blow yourself out on a mortgage if you're coming up on a closing. So be aware of that. But anyway, Gmail addresses, huge red flag. In my opinion, and I know some of you listening to this and a lot of you listening to this probably have Gmail addresses that you use for business. If you do, that's great. Good on you. I have a Gmail address, but I don't use it for business. My email is tyler@cashflowguys.com, tyler@keywestrealtor.com, tyler@keywestcashflow.com. You see, I actually spent $10 to provide myself a smidgen of legitimacy versus having a free email account. What most people don't know is that most of those email addresses I just gave you are actually hosted by Google. But that's a whole other story for a different day. Now, so in response to that, and this was a couple days ago, I sent him an email back because I'm curious. It says, hey, we have a 6-unit vacation rental under contract for $2.7 million. Can you fund it by this Thursday at those terms? I'm just curious to see what he says. So that was at, let's see here. I sent my email at 11:16 a.m. on April 18th. He sent his email to me at 7:48 a.m., and then I sent an email to him at 11:16. At 11:40, got to give him that credit. He's a good scammer because he's on his game. It didn't even take 30 minutes, and he emailed me back. He said, below are my lending terms and conditions for real estate loans. You should take a look at it and get back to me. I'm sure we could do better deals and have a long-lasting business relationship together. Yeah, sure we can. So, qualifications, driver's license, front and back, recent utility bill receipt, property agreement, if applicable. Okay, again, property agreement. I think he means sales contract, but whatever. So, again, I get the feeling that English is not his first language. And now he goes on to say, our four-step process. After you submit your application, we perform a compliance call to verify your identity and the information on your forms. Once your loan application submitted has been screened and validated with my financial analyst, we'll notify you with your loan repayment calculations on monthly payments, interest payments, and total amount. That email is a complete grammatical train wreck, but whatever. Approvals are obtained within 24 hours before paying the fee involved, which is the loan processing fee up front. Ding, ding, ding. Red flag, guys. So they're going to say, you're approved. Just pay the loan processing fee up front, and we will fund your deal in 4 days. And you will be like the fat kid at the dance. You'll be standing there by yourself because they're not going to show up to dance with you. That's just how it's going to work out. You're going to shell out this money. You're going to be sitting at the closing table twiddling your thumbs, and they're going to be like, Mr. Jones, would you like another cup of coffee? And by the way, the cleaning crew's on their way. We need to lock the door. That's because the lender that you fell in love with on email is in Zimbabwe, and they're not going to show up. There will be no funding, and you will feel like a moron. And I wouldn't blame you for feeling that way. You will get direct deposit funding within 2 days after loan approval and signing of the loan contract agreement. Payment of your loan charges, typically all process takes 4 business days from start to finish. I'm reading this verbatim. It's that bad. Loan terms and conditions. It goes on to say, this is to inform you that before you be qualified in getting a loan from me, you will have to agree with the terms below. Read carefully and get back to me for the next step further. Loan size, $80K to $20 million. Interest rate, 4% fixed rate, FIX rate. Lending programs, all types of RE loans. Prepayment, no prepayment penalty. No credit check. Asset-based lending. Closing duration, 4 business days. Security, all commercial and residential property types, even if the property that are looking to get funded can also be used as collateral. Okie dokie. Repayment type, fixed and balloon interest only installment spelled wrong, by the way, available to choose by the borrower. Okay, so you can basically dictate all the terms. You can get, so no credit check, 100% financing. They'll finance the whole deal, the flip, the rehab, the whole 9 yards. Yeah. They can't spell it right. And you actually get to choose the term, the installment, the balloon amount. Yeah. I want a 500-year mortgage, and I want it 4%. I'll give you 3%. Term of repayment, it goes on to say, short and long-term program tailored to fit different loan scenarios, 6 months to 30 years with 2 months grace period before making first repayment of the loan. Recourse, secured and unsecured loan are available for all borrowers. So you choose. It could be secured or unsecured. Isn't that special? It's like, wow, that's awesome. What else? I mean, do I get like a mail order bride with it too? That's cool. The next one, it says loan to value, loan to cost. Up to 100% of stabilized value is available for purchase and rehab. So if it's going to be worth, if you're standing in front of a vacant lot, and if you put Trump Tower on it, it'll be worth $1 gajillion. This guy will loan you $1 gajillion. And he's actually going to probably base his loan fee on the amount that you think you're going to borrow. That way he can screw you good and plenty. Yeah. Loan origination fee. Borrower are to provide processing fee of the loan amount up front after loan approval prior to closing in 2 business days, which is to be refunded after completing and finalizing the loan repayment within given period. Huh. So I'm not even going to comment on that one. If you are in agreement with terms, get back to me requesting for a loan application form to enable us to begin the processing of the loan ASAP. Thanks, Mark Graff, private lender. Come on, guys. Oh, I can't believe this. But bottom line is there's a lot of this going on again. You're going to see these probably show up in your inbox. Stay away from them. They're bad news. There's nobody on the planet, at least that is not a complete scam artist, that's willing to give you 100% acquisition cost, 100% of rehab, no appraisal, no credit check, no nothing. I mean, I know loan terms are seems to be getting more and more forgiving every hour. But guys, this screams scam. The whole deal here is they are going to work you for that loan approval fee, that processing fee. They'll probably keep it low enough so you can put it on a credit card, a couple grand probably. They will turn and burn. You will never see them again. You can dispute the charge of the credit card. They've probably make you sign some agreement that allows them to beat you even further. So the easy way to get around this and avoid this happening to you is to simply run screaming the other direction when this crap comes your way. So I hope you guys found value in that. I hope if you guys see this stuff come in your inbox that you will just delete it, mark it as spam, and move on. But unfortunately, there are folks that get screwed by this on a regular basis. Don't make yourself one of them, guys. Don't be a victim. 2022 is already and will become the best year ever. But for that to happen, you've got to get into that mindset. You've got to be looking up. You got to visualize the good stuff. You got to keep it simple. These shortcuts, some of them, they're pretty darn obvious. This isn't that hard, guys. If you can get a lot of funding legitimately from private lenders, from raising private capital, from legitimate financial institutions and licensed mortgage brokers. Stay away from this stuff, guys. It'll get you bit every single time. With that, have a great week, and I will catch up with you next time.
This concludes today's episode. You don't have to wait till the next episode to learn to earn.
Head over to cashflowguys.com and contact Tyler and his team for more powerful tips and ideas so you can start generating multiple streams of income and escape the rat race.